Yeah, it is second round of the playoffs, baby. We are getting closer and closer to the championship round. Very important episode. Do not change that dial if you're watching this on TV. I'm your host, the commish, John David Brake, here to break it all down for you, pun intended, for this week's playoff matchups. Boy, oh boy, what a first round of the playoffs. We have some shocking results, and also we do have our finalists for the Hoffa Bowl that we will review with our very special co-host for this episode. So let's get a reminder, what happened last week? How did we get here? That's right, last week's scores. I pulled off a huge victory over Working from Mahomes, 213 to 158. Amon-Ra St. Brown was on fire. Thank God I started Brock Purdy instead of Dak Prescott. Kyron, despite Blake Corum, performed, and Bears had some good performances from Etienne and Chase and Darren Waller, but it was not enough. He also lost Mahomes for the year. Here's a huge upset, shook by a billion, 158 to 129, taking down the 3 seed. Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, and Lamar Jackson did just enough to overcome Jigba and Wilson and Williams from Austin. And oh boy, yes, here we go. That's right. Joe pulled off a huge win thanks to Baker Mayfield actually showing out and Nico Collins, 173 to 118. Jabel, another bad performance. Well, that's creepy. 118, not a lot of production there. Christian McCaffrey only 16 points. And Purdy Little Liars is going to meet him there in the Hoffa Bowl. Mick gets the win despite Gibbs and Bowers not putting up good games. But look at Burrow and Jefferson. What duds they had. And Jonathan Taylor was also a dud for that game. So it is going to be Jabel and, oh my gosh, that's terrible. It is going to be Jabel and Abby in the Hoffa Bowl. And it is going to be John Dahlgren versus myself. And Nick Shook, the underdog, taking on the number 1 overall seed, Dan Nickel, in this week's semifinal matchups. Boy, oh boy. And the trash talk was pretty spicy on the text chain. Love it. Love it. People are into it. I'm into it. Let's go to this week's rundown for the playoffs.
I have like an hour to do 4 hours worth of stuff, but sure, I'll hop on a thing that nobody will watch.
That's not true. We have the Barris audience pretty much.
Cool. Why don't I just call them and then we can rip on plowing you together, and then I'll just call it a day.
Yeah, that'd be rad.
Ugh.
Hey, thanks for joining on such short notice.
Is that a height joke?
Whoa, it is now. Oh. Yeah, this is a very important round. I assume you got up to date on the last week's scores from the first round of the playoffs.
Well, I did because I asked you
you did.
Monday.
I did. Okay, well, this is for the sake of the show.
Right there.
What was the biggest takeaway from last week's matchups?
Well, I hate everyone that's in the final. Not a big fan of that.
Everyone?
Well, I hate your matchup, I should say.
Oh yeah, me too. I hate it because
I'm Team Shook all the way. I don't want anything good to happen to the other 3 competitors. I only want Nick Shook to hoist a trophy and be as unbearable as a winning Nick Shook could possibly be for an entire year for the people in that league. I would imagine several people quit if he wins, that would be hysterical. And I imagine he would be very sad if he lost, which is also funny. So it's win-win for me. If John Dahlgren wins, I'll be upset. If you win, I'll be really upset. If Nickel wins, I'm indifferent to it because he's just a classy champion as is. I do wish he was more involved in the world so that it felt a little bit more real instead of just kind of like this ghost apparition of a champion. But Stoll was the same way. So, I mean, you tend to just bring in people that don't really care about the friendship and the camaraderie that comes with the league. You just bring in people that'll pay you dues. So, I mean, I get it.
Hey, Stoll made it to the draft, okay?
Yeah, he sure did. He was late and then tried to do it all himself. But, hey, he made it.
He did? He did make it, and for that, I thank you. Mr. Stoll. Well, Mr. Nesson, the resident fantasy football expert, are you ready to break down these two important matches? And don't forget our Hoffa Bowl final to be the first.
Ooh, I haven't looked at that yet.
Yeah, Jabel versus Abby. You called it on the Abby side. I thought Joe was going to be destined for that, but he had a strong performance to avoid ever getting a whiff of that horrible award. But we won. Oh, your place is haunted. What's going on? There's a ghost. A ghost. Anyways,
playing with all my desk toys.
Mr. Nesson. Oh, I have a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man one. Oh, I like that one.
That's you, dumpster fire.
Thanks.
What else we got up here?
Well, let's go to the first matchup. You ready for this semifinal matchup?
Sure, man.
For the third time this season, it is myself, John Dahlgren.
You thought that was something else, didn't you?
I did. I was like,
you totally did. I saw your eyes get wide.
Take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. From Kentucky Fried Movie. John Dahlgren versus
John
myself.
Dahlgren.
Yes, this is
you.
This actually, we're split for the season. I won the first match. He won the second one.
A close one.
He did win the bet, but this is the rubber match, and this is all important. This is John Dahlgren's best team he's ever assembled. In the first time that he's been in the playoffs 4 times. This is the first time since 2018. So he went on a drought, but this is by far his best team. This is my 10th playoff appearance and 2-time champion as well. This would be a first for Dahlgren. Let's go, Alan, to the rosters here. Let's break it down as I sent those rosters over to you right now. We are Brock and roll all night and Purdy every day, baby, against the Colts. He's getting the start in the QB slot, the all-important QB slot on Monday night. And my bread and butter, I've got 3 wide receivers that are in the top 10 of all in fantasy football, and they've carried me. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chris Olave, and Wan'Dale Robinson. However, if you can see down there right now in the flex, I have Wan'Dale out, RJ in, which means Kyron Williams and Omarion Hampton are getting the start at running back. Omarion Hampton against the Dallas Cowboys. Mr. Chargers fan, that should be a good matchup for him. And then on Thursday night...
I highly doubt it.
You highly doubt it?
There's no blocking. How's he going to throw the ball? How's he going to catch it? It's the worst offensive line in the history of the NFL.
It's pretty bad. I will say
statistics. That's
it
not even
objective. How about this? What do you think about this streamer, Colby Parkinson, who's been on fire the last few weeks, getting the start over Juwan Johnson, who's got a tough matchup. He's getting the start on a Thursday night matchup because Devontae Adams is going to be out. Right now he's listed as doubtful, but he's not going to play. And some more fun news. We're talking about the defenses now. So not only did I have the freak thing with TJ Watt, his lung collapsing because of some puncture in the training room last week.
They just shut him down because he's not good.
Well, he's one of the top defensive linemen in fantasy football and the NFL. So he was my best lineman, and now it looks like I'm possibly going to lose my best linebacker to concussion. That's right, Cedric Gray for the Titans. Probably not going to start. He sat out Wednesday. We'll see, but I lose not only my best defensive lineman, but also my best linebacker. And defense matters in this matchup because, Alan, between these two teams, Dahlgren and I own 7 of the top 10 linebackers in fantasy football. He's got 4, I have 3, and we'll check that out. Let's go to Mr. Dahlgren's team. You ready?
Yeah.
And it starts with MVP candidate Josh Allen going up against a stingy Cleveland defense. Going to be some yucky weather. Could be a low-scoring affair. And with Josh Allen giveth and Josh Allen taketh. I'm hoping for the latter this week. And it's really rubs me the wrong way, but he's starting Mike Evans, the receiver I drafted, who I was patiently awaiting to return. In the first game he gets back, he breaks his collarbone. I thought he was out for the season. I didn't have any room, so I had to drop him, and Dahlgren picked him up. And he's starting him with Jacoby Myers going against a stingy Denver defense. Now, Carolina and Denver are actually pretty good against the pass, but where he relied, besides Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson has a smash start against the Arizona Cardinals, and that that alone can make up for any lack of production in any position on his offense. Quinshon Judkins, who's kind of tapered off lately, going against a Bills.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know about that spot, but he doesn't really have anybody else he could throw in.
No.
His flex is wide receiver. I mean, yeah. You could do Hubbard. Chuba versus Tampa wouldn't be the worst.
It wouldn't.
But I mean, it's a risk. Judkins could just still put up a touchdown and be fine.
And Cleveland's probably going to be playing behind the entire game.
But, yeah, that's fair.
But Dahlgren's team has been very top-heavy with his three-headed monster, Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, and the number 1 overall tight end, Trey McBride. There's Tier 1 and Tier 2. Tier 1 is Trey McBride. Tier 2 is everyone else in Tier 3. There is literally one receiver or tight end he's got like Nico Collins numbers, Trey McBride. So he's been solid.
But I don't think he's going to hold that up against
Atlanta.
Yeah, I was looking straight down at Judkins again. Yeah, I don't know about 17 points from him.
I hope not.
I think 10-ish is probably more realistic, but he could pop off again. He's been popping off.
Tennis, we're talking about football, Alan.
I'm not in your mood for this right now.
Keenan Allen.
Four's coming over in like an hour.
Oh, Keenan Allen in the flex. How do you feel about that with QJ possibly missing this week?
Oh, he probably will miss. I think that'll be fine. He'll still just be the number 2. They'll move Ladd over, and it'll all just be short route possession stuff and dump offs to Hampton. Anything can get the ball out in under a second, because if not, he's on his back.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. I really think I was trying to look up how Hubbard's been doing, which pretty rough.
Yeah.
For the last about month, he's been pretty rough.
Ever since Rico took over. Yeah.
So on that one for Dahlgren, I look at Judkins against Buffalo and Hubbard against Tampa. I take Hubbard.
Oh, okay.
I would. But,
interesting.
I mean, I was wrong all last week, so I could be wrong this week. I would do that just because, again, they'll be playing from behind. Carolina could keep up with Tampa. They're both at home, so that part doesn't really matter. Probably better weather in Carolina for a running back, I would assume. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like in Cleveland. I can look.
Not great. Wet.
Are you gonna be there?
Cold. I will be in Cleveland on the 29th. Half a week after Christmas. And as I mentioned earlier, Alan, John's defense has been solid all year. He does have 4 of the top 10 tight ends in all fantasy football. Jordan Brooks, Devin White,
I
Carson
kind of like your
Schlesinger.
tight end idea. I kind of would have preferred you go with Johnson, but I know you're going with the hot hand. I just think he has a better matchup.
He does, and that's kind of.
I can see that Seattle game going either way, though. It can be a shootout or it could be super low scoring.
Yeah.
It could be, they looked so weird last week, but they haven't been like that. And the Rams and them tend to put up points, I think. I don't remember the first match, but I feel like they did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
For me, this matchup really comes down to the quarterback position. It's going to be Brock Purdy's floor, or Brock Purdy's ceiling versus Josh Allen's floor this week. What's that going to look like? And I got to tell you what, I think Purdy could throw. He had a great matchup last week against the Titans. Look, the Colts secondary is all banged up. Their top 2 cornerbacks are out, and they can't get to the quarterback. And Brock Purdy should easily shred them. But also, how much is he going to rely on Christian McCaffrey, too? And Josh Allen, he's got his legs. I mean, Brock can run, but he's no Josh Allen. Josh Allen, over 500 yards on the season, 5 touchdowns on the ground. But that also comes with fumbles, too. And Josh Allen, he's got about 15 turnovers on the year. Allen, who do you think is going to walk away with this one? Even though Yahoo has me projected to win. Yahoo has me projected to win 166 to 154.
Yeah. And I think he's going to get less than that from McBride. I think you're going to get less than 20 from Purdy. I think you do. I think you win.
What?
Saying that?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you know me. I don't pick right, but I don't think Josh Allen's as good as people think he is still.
we're both at about
MVP all you want, but he doesn't win shit, and he's like the coach is like the coach from Varsity Blues. He gets all those little perch touchdowns because they don't want to give it to the black guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to make Buffalo mad. Yeah, you've got the wide receiving core. You've got. I don't know about the tight end. I don't know about throwing Harvey, and I know he's getting a lot of points there, but I think that'll be a closer game that he won't have 15 points.
So would you put Wan'Dale Robinson in against a very stingy Vikings defense?
Is it that stingy?
It's pretty stingy.
Against the pass?
Against the pass.
Is it?
It is.
You know, see, it's a coin flip for sure. Like, yeah. I don't know. That's fantasy football. You don't know which one it's going to be, but I think one of them. I don't know because Harvey. I think Jacksonville can stop him. Can stop him.
Jacksonville's got a tough run defense too.
And Denver's going on the road. That's like a 2,000 some mile trip. Like, I don't know about it. I don't know about that.
You're talking me out of it now.
I mean, Giants are at home. That's probably their last home game of the year, right?
Yeah. You might talk me out of it. We'll see.
I don't know.
At this moment right now, we're recording on Thursday, so I've got some time. Wan'Dale Robinson on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would even move Harvey to a running back, put Hampton at flex, and then make that the game time decision. But because I think Vidal's going to get more of the inside rounds, Hampton's going to get more of the outside and the little dump offs.
Yeah.
But with QJ out, he will get more dump offs.
Yeah.
But if they don't have time to throw, everything's going to be short, and it won't be dump offs because they'll just already be behind the line of scrimmage on them. So.
Very true.
I don't know about Hampton having a big week. He might. Dallas is weird. Dallas schizophrenic. They don't know what they're going to do on defense. You don't know what you're going to get from them. So
what I gathered, Alan, is maybe kind of I don't know. It's a coin flip.
It really is for your team. This team, I feel like
Dynamite
is going to underperform. I just think this team's going to underperform from what it's even given. And even if you underperform, like. I think he gets in the 130s, 120s, and I still think you're in the 140s.
Oof.
I think you both underperform, but you underperform less.
Well, I totally disagree with you. I think Dahlgren's going to have a 40-point game from Josh Allen, a 45-point game from Bijan Robinson, and a 40-point game.
I think they get up big early and they save his arm a little bit for the playoffs.
I think he's going to hang 200.
You'll see running almost all day.
I think he's going to win like 215, and I'm going to get 140.
Oh, God, wouldn't it be great?
No, it wouldn't.
I would love that.
It would be nice to have somebody new, though, in the championship. I like having new players that aren't me in the championship. Which segues to our next matchup, a very, very familiar face in the playoffs, making his 11th appearance, which is a record in the LEG, three-time champion Dan Nickel, taking on the underdog story of the year, Nick Shook.
Big dog.
Nick Shook, Nick Shook got his first playoff win. That was his first playoff win in the history of his existence here in the League of Extraordinary Gentles. And boy, oh boy, it is actually a lot closer than I thought as the projections. And Alan just walked away. I assume he's going to poop. He's back.
I'll just give him the cat.
I'm going to put a fart sound effect right when you sit down. That's just because. We're going to laugh.
45-year-old joke.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Fidgets ever. These little rings. You got to get them.
All right, Nesson, let's break down these rosters. Let's look at the number one overall seed all year, 11-3, Dan Nickel, starting Jalen Hurts at the quarterback position. That's been up and down, going against the Washington Commanders. And this could be a game where it gets ugly and they run the ball a lot. And that's going to segue to somebody else that's on the other side on Nick Shook's team. CeeDee Lamb, still questionable, but something's going on with George Pickens. Like him and, I don't know, he's just acting like George Pickens, which is really weird. He did pick up DJ Moore. He's streaming DJ Moore with some injuries there on the Bears. That could be like a 13-point performance for him. James Cook, however, going against the Cleveland Browns, I think they're going to rely heavily on James Cook. Chase Brown is a toss-up, too. What's going on with Joe Burrow? Is he going to pull an Andrew Luck and quit? And Dalton Schultz in the tight end. I definitely don't like that play against the Las Vegas Raiders. And he's giving Cortland Sutton in the flex, who is boom or bust. So not like a solidified guaranteed lineup for Dan this week. And he's going up against Shooky Boy. And look, right now, Alan, he's got Jared Goff starting over Lamar Jackson. Jared Goff going against the Steelers. I think that might be a smart play. I do
too.
I don't want to trust Lamar Jackson. Too. But here's where it gets shaky for me. Emeka Egbuka has been the one that suffered the most from all the receivers coming back that are healthy. And he was like the darling of the league, one of the best draft picks in the first half of the season. He was on fire. But now with Mike Evans back, Chris Godwin back, Jalen McMillan back, or whatever his name is, he's the one that's suffering the most. Jalen Waddle also. This is shaky because Tua is getting benched for Quentin Ewers. Is he going to affect Jalen Waddle's production? Where I like Shook's advantage is the running backs. Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs had a great year. Saquon Barkley is starting to pick up. And like I mentioned earlier, I really think they're going to rely on the run early on in this game and stick with the ground game against the Commanders because they're terrible and they have nothing to play for. Dalton Kincaid, I like that play better than Dalton Schultz. And the flex play is another boomer bust, Darius Slayton. We talked about Wandell going against the stingy Vikings defense. I don't know who else Shook would play there in the flex. I mean, he's kind of stuck. So
that's what I was looking up. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. But
would you put a running back in there?
I'd maybe put Judy in.
Yeah, Jerry Judy.
I think I would put Judy in just because I think they'll be down so much that he'll have more targets than Slayton will against the Vikings. I think Judy's got a better matchup and will be down, and I think the Giants will keep up with Minnesota and that stingy defense against the pass, as you put.
Yeah,
that's the only change I think he could possibly do. But I think his running backs are going to carry his team quite a bit. I like the Goff start over Jackson until we know Jackson is healthy and ready to play. You can't trust that he won't play a quarter, feel a twinge, and then go on the sideline.
I agree, and I think the keys to this are in the running backs. Yep. And I think it's James Cook on Dan Nichols' team who's been pretty solid to say the least.
Yeah. And against Cleveland, but then you got Barkley against Washington. I think those are going to cancel each other out. I think those are going to get really close to canceling each other out.
Oh.
The problem is, I think Mr. MVP candidate, as you put it, will vulture touchdowns from Cook.
That's true.
And I don't see that happening with Hurts as much lately. So I always say it. This is like I said about Derrick Henry. I think it's also Saquon time. This late in the season is when they both start like that power run offense, less finicky, just run people over type of attitude. Especially when they're both getting warmed up for the playoffs. Well, one of them is. I think with Shook, I would definitely swap out that flex. Nickel, I would put Warren in.
Jalen Warren.
I think I would put Warren in over Schultz. I see what he's doing, but
Tyler Warren. Sorry.
Yeah. I would put Warren in, and I would honestly consider. Godwin over DJ Moore.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know what that Green Bay game is going to look like.
Yeah.
For the Bears. Like, I want them to lose, but I want the Bears to win, of course. But, yeah. That was a little weird, and I feel like Godwin might be a little bit more consistent. I haven't looked at numbers. I'm just going off of my own kind of thought there.
He's involved. I mean, he's definitely getting a good amount of the snaps.
Yeah.
Now that he's back and healthy.
Well, with Evans back too.
Yeah.
So Evans is going to be getting the doubles. I feel like more than Godwin, and that's when they were at their best. It was when Mike can get open because of the talent, and Godwin could get open because of the coverage. So yeah. I don't know. I would switch those two. Diggs is good too. I mean, Nichols is as usual stacked on positions like he always is because he's a. I mean, all that said, Shook by $1 billion.
You can buy now in the LEG stores the Shook by $1 billion T-shirt to sell those. You get some.
I would definitely buy one. Shook by $1 billion. You go with the underdog when your heart doesn't care about a winner. And from a neutral's point of view, Shook is the better story. I want Shook.
Well, I'm going to go with a realist point of view. I think Dan's on top of the league, and I think it's going to be a Dahlgren Dan Nickel final. I am taking Dan to win
It is
this week.
a long, hard fall from the top for old Nickel boy.
He is back to his old form. Okay, well there we go. There's our predictions are both polar opposite, so we'll at least be guaranteed to go 50 for 50.
That doesn't mean either one of us could easily win both.
No, that's true.
You're so good at math. It's unbelievable.
I'm saying we could easily be wrong on both of them like we were last week. All right, to finish out, who is going to? Oh my gosh! All right, let's go to the Hoffa Bowl final.
Are you going to the gym
Going to
today?
take home the first ever Jimmy Award. Jabel Soul, last place all year, just nothing but bad luck. He claimed his team had AIDS, which I believe at this point.
Jesus Christ, James. That's 1986. That shit's curable now. Believe me.
Well, it was made by the government. Going up against Abalash Reddy, who, like you said, Alan, is just kind of checked out. He had both Kyle Pitts and Trevor Lawrence on the bench last week, which just is pure obby. We won't do a deep dive, but looking at the rosters here, Jabel versus Obby. I mean, it's like Obby's. I'll tell you his best players. Joe Burrow.
Okay, you send me his stuff. You send me it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, they're going to rely on him heavily, obviously. Christian McCaffrey, on the other hand, for Jabel, I think those two are probably going to cancel each other out. It's the number one, number two running back. I think Christian McCaffrey's going to get the edge. He is starting Pitts. Rashee Rice might not even play. T. Higgins might not even play, so those cancel each other
those cancel out.
Mark
You know what?
Andrews.
No, I like Jabel in this, I think.
You got Jabel.
Yeah, he's got more upside.
That's true.
I don't think Flowers is going to put up. Flowers is so hit and miss, right?
Yes.
Like, he'll have 4 points and then he'll have 30 points.
Yes.
And that's why that average is always right around 12 to 15. I would really want to see, like, a fun stat for a fucking nerd like you is to go through and look at how many times Flowers has hit his estimated number. That's what I want on Yahoo Stats. I want to see, like, how many times they hit what they're projected to hit.
Yeah.
And I would bet Flowers is at, like, 3 out of 15 or whatever.
Once. Twice. Barely a third time. You nailed it.
Yeah, like, he's so hit and miss.
3 times.
So I don't know that he'll put up 16, especially if Lamar doesn't play, and especially against the Patriots, who, sure, they lost last week in a meaningless game for them, and meaningless for the Bills as well. Little joke for me and you. I don't think he'll put that up. I think Burrow's also hit and miss. I think Herbert's hit and miss too, but in a game like against Dallas, where I think both defenses are going to just eat dicks all day, and it's going to be 35 to 38 type of game.
Yeah.
And watch it be 12 to 15, but still,
Yeah.
I think Herbert will put up some points just because they're gonna have to. Like, they can't run the ball when as soon as they snap it, there's 3 D linemen on the running back. So
I agree.
I got Jabel's close, like within 10, maybe even within 5. I think Bryce Hall will have a big game for Obby though.
Yeah, Obby's projected to win by 7 points. I'm going to side with Yahoo on this one. I'm taking
All
Obby.
3. We're going backwards.
We just took
We're gonna look like a dumb idiot,
one of us is going to look really stupid.
and one of us doesn't even care.
Yeah. I am. Same.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Nesson, thank you. You always drink your tea like that?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Alan,
You going to the gym today or not?
yeah, I am going to the gym today. I'll be
I have
there.
to go early. You want to go early?
Let's go early. 1 o'clock?
I can do 1 o'clock.
Let's do 1 o'clock. All right. Well, we got to go to the gym. Thank you for watching this week's episode of LEG TV. Keep sure to Tune in, stay tuned, stay involved. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
This is for horses.
Doing, buddy? You mowing the lawn?
This is for horses.
This is for horses.